So, with that being said, I hope that that helps to kind of, let you understand how awesome the Creative Clouds are, why it is that we use them, and why you guys should be using them in the future if you're not already. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about, some life management skills today. I started thinking about this because I've said this before if you've watched any of my Wednesday videos. Wednesday is my craziest day that I have. I am just jam packed and I am going from 6 a.m. until 10 o'clock at night. And it's almost completely nonstop. The only break that I take is to give my kids their dinner and a bath, give him a bottle, and put them both to bed so I can spend, even though they're home, so I can spend at least 2 hours with them. And that's from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. So it's a really, really crazy day for me. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to having crazy days like this. So I started to think this morning, to some of the things that I do to keep myself organized and to really keep myself sane. That's the biggest thing, right? Trying to keep ourselves sane. I'm just trying to read the cloud. Dropbox is great. I just saw your comment about Dropbox. Dropbox is awesome. So I use Dropbox all the time too, because I save all of my files to Dropbox. Everything that I work on is saved to Dropbox. And then on my computer, I also have an external hard drive, and I keep the Dropbox folder because it still downloads some things to your computer, so it can take up a lot of space. So I keep that Dropbox folder over there on the external hard drive, but then I can access my files absolutely everywhere. So yes, Dropbox is awesome. I highly recommend it. I pay for, I think I get like 100 terabytes. It's like some insane amount of storage, and it's like $100 a year. But for me, it's well worth the price because I use it every single day and I use it everywhere. So yeah, great question on Dropbox. Seriously, it's awesome. I find it to be a better deal than paying, the extra price for the Creative Cloud storage. Honestly, I just think that I have an easier time accessing things through Dropbox, and I like the app on my phone a lot better. Sorry, Apple. So yeah, but back to kind of also, organizing our life, organizing our computers, organizing our life. I started to think of, some of the things that I do every day, and it really wasn't me who came up with this game plan. I used to be really stressed out, and I always felt like I was running in 10 different directions. And this was before I had kids. So could you imagine with two little ones, 2 under 2, I would have been losing my mind right now. And, sometimes it takes somebody noticing how frazzled we are. And we might not notice how frazzled we are. We think, oh, I'm totally keeping this under control. Nobody knows how frazzled I am. I've got everything under control. Everything's under control. That's me being crazy. That was pre-baby crazy mom. And it's not to say that I don't feel a little crazy now from time to time. But it took my mom noticing how frazzled I was and kind of trying to very nicely sit me down and give me some suggestions. And I could have said, I'm not listening to you. I'm an adult. I know what to do. But at the end of the day, I stopped and I stood, I stepped back for a second and I looked over the situation. I said, if she's noticing and she's never at my house, could you imagine what she would see if she came to my house? Because it always felt like everything was just a mess. Back then, I was, working a 40-hour work week outside of the house. I had a 3-hour commute each day, an hour and a half to get to work and an hour and a half to get home. And it was really taking a toll on everything because I was exhausted. And I felt like all weekend long, I was trying to completely tie up all the loose ends that, got pushed to the side during the work week. And it was insane because I spent my whole weekend cleaning the house to end up coming Sunday and it didn't even look like it was clean. So my mom started to just suggest little things to me and said, just try it. If it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And the reason why I listened to her was, quite frankly, I was raised by a single mom who had 2 kids and worked 2 jobs at one point. And I figured she probably knows what she's talking about because our house always seemed to be in order. And I don't, she was obviously, kind of stressed, I'm sure, but it wasn't to the point where she was as frazzled as I was, and she clearly had a lot more going on. So some of her suggestions, which, I still do to this day, were get up every morning, and whether you are going to work, whether you are working from home, because sometimes I worked from home, or whether it's the day off, as soon as you get up and everybody is out of bed, make your bed. How long is it going to take you to make your bed? 2 minutes? I mean, seriously, it really takes 2 minutes. And then she said, you know what? Make sure you shower, you get dressed, and you get ready for the day. No matter what, do it. It sets the tone for the day. So I did. And then she said, do 1 load of laundry a day. Even if it's a small load. Do it from start to finish and put it away, because then you're not going to be under this massive pile of laundry come the weekend. And I was like, all right. And then this was her biggest thing, which, sometimes I don't do. And then when things feel a little crazy, I do it. She told me, set a timer on your phone or set a timer on the microwave, something. For 15, 20 minutes, put your phone away and just pick up everything you see in that 15 or 20 minutes and actually put it away. Get rid of that clutter, because the clutter is what is really exacerbating your anxiety. And it was so true. So to this day, we still try to do 15, 20 minutes, quick cleanup, pick up everything, even if it's just the kids' toys. Even if I'm picking up the kids' toys and I know in 10 minutes they're going to take them back out again, man, that 10 minutes where all the toys are picked up, it's just so nice. And, it stops things from getting out of control. So if you're somebody who kind of needed a couple of tips and tricks, again, I can't even take credit for it. You can thank my mom. But, it really has been something that's kept me sane, and it's kept me sane while I have worked 2 jobs while going to school. It has kept me sane while I finished my bachelor's degree with 1 job, and it's kept me sane working with 2 little kids. And at one point, 2 little kids, school, and 2 jobs. So I've been busy. You can take it for what it's worth, but sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do, and 15 minutes a day, even if you only get through the kitchen counter is clean, right? So I hope that helps. I hope that you guys kind of have a better idea of the Creative Clouds and Dropbox. Thank you so much for bringing that up. And if you have time, go get yourself a spaghetti squash and throw it in a crock pot today. And Jax and I are gonna sign off now, so you wanna say bye-bye? We're both striped today. Look at us with our stripes. Look at us. Are we matchy-matchy? Hi. All right, we'll talk to you later. Have an awesome Wednesday. Don't forget to do your discussion post today. And have a great week 4. Bye, everyone.